What is going on, guys? It is Tyro here, and today we are going to talk about what if Naruto was Madara's grandson, part 2. I just want to put a disclaimer. If you hear like music in the background, it's my family. They're like listening to music and shit. They have it on the TV blasting. So if you hear it at all, I'm extremely sorry. But for context, by the time of me recording this, what if Naruto had a Sans Dojutsu literally just got uploaded like today? So yeah, that's why if it sounds like there's music and maybe like the same music playing in the background like in the last one, that's literally it. That's really just why. Yeah, it's just a little disclaimer. I hope you guys enjoy this what if I actually like writing these. I love them. So if you like, subscribe, comment. If you comment something, I'll read it. I always love reading those. And yeah, let's just get straight into it, man. Naruto would come back home with bruises and burns. Naruto, what happened to you? Kushino asked. Sasuke and I got into a fight. Naruto would sit down at the dinner table. Kushino would give him a lecture while feeding him for fighting for no reason. After dinner, Naruto would head to bed and would have a weird dream. He would see a Sharingan, then transform into a weird shape, something he wasn't used to. It wasn't even Tomoe's. Then it would transform into purple eyes with rings. These eyes would then be shown on a human body as Naruto would see a man. He would walk up to him. The man would talk. Hello, grandson. Naruto would ask who he is. The man would reply, I'm Madara Uchiha, or in your case, grandfather. Naruto would be confused. He didn't look anything like him. Naruto, especially anything like his mother. His mom had red hair. And even though Naruto knew his dad had blonde hair and wondered why he had black hair, he could still at least tell what his grandfather should look like. But this guy states he's his grandfather, but he has white hair and wrinkles. He would then ask, why are you here? The man would reply, I'm here to entrust something into you. The Rinnegan, a powerful dojutsu. I was trying to activate it my entire life, but I could only activate it at the end. I was sealed inside you when a tragedy happened around 12 years ago. Naruto would think, 12 years? I'm 12 years. Madara would nod. Yes, don't worry, your birth wasn't a tragedy. It just so happened an attack on the village happened the exact same day. Anyway, you have a dual Tomoe Sharingan, right? Naruto would reply, yes sir. As Madara would then comment, such good manners. I'm glad Kushina raised you well. Anyway, I need you to activate your Mangekyo Sharingan. Naruto would ask what that is, as Madara would explain. The Mangekyo Sharingan can be activated in multiple ways, but the main way is strong emotion. When you activate an internal Mangekyo Sharingan, I will give you my chakra, and only then will you activate the Rinnegan. But if you have the internal Mangekyo Sharingan at that time, well, let's just say I have a theory. Madara would state that I'm entrusting my dream onto you. As Naruto would begin to ask what that is, Madara would snap his fingers, waking up Naruto. As Naruto got up and opened his eyes, his two Tomoe Sharingan would change into a third. As Naruto would get up, and after breakfast, he would tell his mom everything, but he would leave out the Rinnegan situation. Kushina would ask what his supposed grandfather looked like, as Naruto stated that he had red armor and white hair, wrinkles everywhere, and had a weird dojutsu. She would then nod. Did he have a deep voice, like a really deep voice? Naruto would nod in agreement. She would then close her eyes. Well, this day was gonna come anyway, as she would get out a giant black box. I was supposed to give you this when you became a Chunin, but knowing Dad talking to you in your dreams, I should give you this now. This was your grandfather's. And she would open the box to reveal Madara's war fan. This is Gramps' weapon? Naruto would ask. It's a war fan your grandfather used in the first and second Great Ninja War. Naruto would grab it. It's light. He would then place his fingers around the shape. Damn, it's sharp too. As Kushina would reply, well, you normally would use it for wind style. As Naruto would ask, could you teach me how to use this? After the bell test, Kushina would reply, sure. Naruto would place it back in the box and would wave Kushina goodbye as he ran to the training ground. When he got there was only silence between Naruto and Sasuke. Sakura would get tired of this and basically tell them both, look, we're gonna be teammates, which means that we must communicate, so stop being idiots and talk to each other. Naruto would look at Sasuke and apologize, and Sasuke would do the same. Kakashi would appear after that and would explain the bell test. There are 2 bells. If you get a bell before the timer, you pass. If not, you fail. But there's only 2 bells, Sakura announced. As Kakashi would then state, yeah, that's the point. Whoever doesn't get a bell doesn't make it. Oh yeah, and attack to kill. If you don't, I'll fail you. When Kakashi says that, Naruto already shot a fireball at him. Kakashi would dodge it. That's the spirit. As Sasuke would notice Naruto has a 3rd Tomoe Sharingan. He would get mad thinking that Naruto is now leagues ahead of him with his 1 Tomoe. As Naruto would yell, Sasuke, snap into it. Let's barrage him with fireballs. Sasuke and Naruto would combine their power and try and overwhelm Kakashi with fireballs. But Kakashi would punch Sasuke into the nearby pool of water. Naruto would grab a kunai out of his pocket and try and stab Kakashi, but Kakashi would block it, then throw Naruto into the woods. Sasuke would shoot out a fireball from the water, heading straight for Kakashi. Kakashi would jump in the air, which would lead Naruto to smirk. Naruto would then go into the opening and use his Uzumaki Antimatium chains, which just in case you didn't know, is the Uzumaki Genkai. Yeah, I guess I didn't explain. Naruto is still part Uzumaki and Namikaze and Uchiha. And he only have around 2. So he would use this to try and strap down Kakashi, and he would yell, Sasuke, Sakura, get the bells. After Sakura and Sasuke grabbed the bells from Kakashi would announce that Team 7 has passed their test. Naruto would state, what about me? As Kakashi would announce, you guys all work together. That was the point of this exercise, to teach you guys that working together is way better than working alone. Naruto would put a smile on Naruto's face, and everybody would go home. Kushina would then give Naruto a piece of paper when he got home. She would then tell him what he needs to do. Input your chakra, so we can at least know your natural chakra nature. I'm really hoping for wind, though. As Naruto would input chakra, the paper would cut in half. Wind! That's perfect! She would clap, and Kushina would have a smile. We're gonna cut to a week later. Naruto and Kikuchi were training hard, and Naruto's been skipping out on missions, but he would still go on the really more important ones. But then again, these are D rank, so they really don't matter. Naruto would finish off the basic of wind style and even make his own jutsus. Naruto, for another week, would go on just regular D rank missions, which would piss him off. Around this time, he was speaking to Madara more and learn more about Madara's dream to achieve world peace, and the only way to do that is for world domination. Naruto would start to pick up more of Madara's pretty much mannerisms and his speech and what he normally does throughout the day. He became more of a mini Madara, which kind of scared Kushina. She knew the type of man her father was. She would continue to try and make sure Naruto was still his old self. Which he still was. He was still knuckleheaded, but he was more serious when it came to ninja work. Team 7 would go to Team 7 would go to Lord Third's office for another D ranked mission. So let's see. We have a cat ran off again. As Naruto would interrupt him, slamming his hand on the desk. Can we have a real ninja mission now? Naruto asked. Naruto, you especially aren't ready. Hiruzen would reply. Sorry, my fucking phone. Hiruzen would reply. Naruto, insulted, would activate his three Tomoe Sharingan. He would then ask, "Am I ready now?" As Hiruzen would be surprised. Wow, you already have a third Tomoe. He's growing up fast. Too fast. He would then out loud say, "I guess you are ready. I have a C rank mission for your team." Naruto would then turn off his Sharingan. "You may come in," Hiruzen announced. Tazuna would walk into the room. Hiruzen would explain the objective. "Transport this man to the land of waves. You have 1 hour to get ready." Naruto would tell them that they will meet them at the gates of Konoha and he has to get a special thing. Naruto would run home and get Madara's war fan. Kushina would kiss Naruto on the forehead as Naruto would wave Kushina goodbye and she would wish him good luck. But Naruto would reply with, "Well, I don't need luck if I'm good." Naruto would run to the gates and he'll meet up with Team 7. "What's with the giant guitar?" Tazuna would ask, still kinda tipsy. "It's my grandfather's war fan, a treasure of Konoha," Naruto would explain. "What makes it a treasure?" Sasuke asked. "My grandfather was Madara Uchiha, the co-founder of Konoha." Sasuke was shocked and relieved. At first, he thought he was just getting bested by some random Uchiha. But now, knowing that he's Madara's grandson kind of relieved him and would push him to strive more for power. Team 7 would head off. On the travels, Naruto would notice a puddle of water. Naruto, being trained by an actual ninja, would not only be trained by an actual ninja and the ghost of the Uchiha, he would start picking up on the smaller things more. He would grab his war fan and announce, "We're being followed." As Naruto would look where the demon brothers are. "You can reveal yourselves now. If you don't, I'll just kill you." Sakura would kind of be put off by Naruto's blatant tone, but she would think that this was just more of Naruto threatening than anything. The demon brothers would reveal themselves, and Naruto instantly would create 2 shadow clones and surround them. The demon brothers would laugh. "Shadow clones? Really?" As Naruto would cut him off. "Don't worry, I got this." Naruto would take the fan and yell, "Wind style, tri-sided cage." As him and the clones would swing the war fan, creating a powerful gust of wind, forcing the demon brothers to get closer together and stay where they are. The wind practically was crushing them. Naruto would then state, "You're at my mercy, you know. If I used my Sharingan, you would have died from pure wind, crushing both of you. So explain what the hell you think you're doing." Naruto's tone was blatant, and it kind of scared Sakura. She would then remind Naruto not to take it too far, but Naruto would ignore her. "I will not repeat myself." Naruto would swing again, causing the demon brothers to scream in pain. Sakura would scream again. "Naruto, please calm down, you're scaring me." Naruto would turn his head and stare at Sakura. Those guys aren't people anymore. Until they explain themselves, they're my tools for success. If they don't want to work like the good tools they should be, I'll just use them until they break. Naruto would swing the fan again, causing the demon brothers to start coughing blood. Okay, we'll tell you if you make it stop," one of the demon brothers squealed. Naruto would place hands to stop the jutsu. "Talk now." The one of the demon brothers that asked Naruto to stop would smile, then go for an attack on Naruto. But he would soon get his head cut off by Naruto's war fan, causing blood to drip down. Sakura almost threw up from the gore. Sasuke was used to it by now, and so was Kakashi. Tazuna was too drunk, so yeah. Naruto would then turn on his Sharingan, showing the 3 Tomoe. He would then look at the other brother. "You can be smart and tell me what you're doing here, or you can be dumb and die." The demon would explain that Tazuna has a bounty on his head by Gato, who is a man that controls goods coming in and out of the land of waves, and that Tazuna is trying to build a bridge so that wouldn't be the case anymore. Naruto would then tell him that he can go. The demon brother would try and walk away, but the second he turned his back, Naruto placed him under a genjutsu. Naruto would then decapitate the brother, as Sasuke would ask, "Why did you do that? He didn't pose a threat," as Naruto would turn around and explain. "First, I placed him under a genjutsu where his life turned out for the better, so he can die happy and without regrets. Nobody deserves to die with regrets. Second, if we did let him go, he would have easily just gotten someone stronger to handle with us, and I'm not gonna deal with that shit." Naruto would turn off his Sharingan. Kakashi would look at Sasuke. "He's right, you know." And Kakashi could tell Sakura, "You know, if you're not really feeling like this is for you, you can stop being a ninja." As Sakura looked at Kakashi, "What do you mean? He killed him for no reason." As Naruto would explain, "That's what happens to ninjas. They die, and for some reason, some of it, they just die for no reason. If you can't get used to this, then stop being a ninja." Sakura would look at Sasuke for some comfort, but Sasuke would just look away and nod in agreement to what Naruto's saying. As Sakura would look at Naruto, as he would then explain to wake up to reality. People die and you have to get used to it. As Naruto would state, "I understand that if you do get used to it, death will come as bitter and you won't feel like a human anymore. But that's what ninjas are. They're not human. The second they agree, they become tools." But Naruto would look down. "But when I become Hokage, I'll change that." As Kakashi would ask if Sakura is okay, she would then wipe the puke from her mouth. "Yeah, let's just keep on going." She doesn't want to see his face anymore. As Naruto was confused if he meant the dead person or him. Either way, he could care less. They kept on walking. And that is where we're gonna end off part 2 of What If Naruto Was Madara's Grandson. Truth is, I really wanted to write the wake up to reality, the entire fucking, the entire speech, but it wouldn't make sense to the situation because, literally, like, one part is like nothing goes as planned in this accursed world, but like it literally went to Naruto's plan, so I can't put that there. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I think I did a retcon because if I do remember, I do remember writing that Madara seals the Nine Tails inside him, which would mean that Naruto had the Nine Tails. But the retcon is that Madara would seal the Nine Tails inside him, but then would ask Minato to seal him inside Naruto. So yeah, it's just it's a small retcon. It's a small retcon that honestly would make the story way better in my opinion, as Naruto can actually have some quality time with his grandfather. Yeah, just tell me how much you like this. I might even do a double upload today. Depending on how I feel, I could actually just do a double upload, or I can just upload this to tomorrow of this recording. Which, by the way, this is the day where I uploaded. What if Naruto was had a Sans Dojutsu Part 2, which you should and totally, you just should watch it, man. I am so proud of myself for making that one. Just watch it, bro, and watch the first part of this too. This is my 200 subscriber special. Well, special what if, not the actual video. But you know what? How about you make this a 300 subscriber special and subscribe? You should do that now. Anyway, goodbye.